Let me ask you something honestly. Are you preparing for UGC NET with a pile of books around you, telling yourself you don't need coaching? Or are you confused about whether you should join one? Because lately I see two extremes everywhere. One side says you don't need coaching, self study is enough. The other side says without coaching you can't survive. Both are incomplete truths. And incomplete truths are more dangerous than lies. Let's slow down and think clearly. First, let me say this openly. Yes, you can clear NET or even JRF without coaching. If you did that, genuinely respect. Managing such a vast syllabus alone requires discipline and clarity. Not everyone can do that. But here is the real question. Is rejecting guidance a sign of strength or just ego disguised as independence? This exam is not about proving a point. It is about qualifying efficiently. As Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. If structured guidance saves you time, why reject it blindly? Now, I also understand where the resistance comes from. In exams like JEE, NEET, UPSC, the coaching industry has become massive and commercial. Pressure is high, anxiety is high. Naturally, students develop distrust. But UGC is not that battlefield. This is a specialized academic exam. The competition is serious, yes, but it is manageable with structure. Hard work matters, of course, but here's something people don't like hearing. Hard work without direction becomes exhaustion. Work smarter, not just harder. If you are extremely disciplined, structured, and capable of organizing everything alone, self study can be powerful. In fact, it can sharpen you deeply. But if you are confused, overwhelmed, distracted, or repeating attempts without improvement, then guidance is not weakness. It is strategy, and strategy wins exams. Now, let me make something very clear. Coaching is not magic. Self study is not optional. Even if you join the best institute, if you don't revise, don't practice PYQs, don't give mocks, you will fail. And if you do pure self study but lack structure, you may struggle longer than necessary. The strongest combination? Guidance plus disciplined self study. That is dangerous in a good way. Because this exam is not about scoring 100%, it is about percentile. You don't need perfection, you need preparation. Coaching can give you a system. Self study builds mastery within that system. And let's remove this emotional drama around coaching. Why is taking help seen as weakness? Socrates said, employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for. Why reinvent what experienced teachers have already structured? That is not dependence, that is intelligence. At the same time, let me say this strongly. Do not join coaching and sleep peacefully thinking your job is done. That is laziness, and laziness fails quietly. This exam demands consistency, it demands repetition, it demands revision. There were days I sat at my desk and cried, days I felt exhausted, days when I questioned myself. But here is another truth. Discipline beats motivation every time. You won't feel motivated every day, but if you are disciplined, you will move forward anyway. And one more thing, stop romanticizing struggle. Struggle is not a badge of honor, results are. You are not here to prove that you can suffer alone. You are here to qualify. So choose your method intelligently. If self study works for you, commit fully. If coaching gives you structure, use it wisely. But do not waste time debating ideology while the syllabus waits. At the end of the day, it is still you versus you, not coaching versus self study. You versus your distractions. You versus your inconsistency. You versus your excuses. Control your preparation. Control your focus. Control your discipline. And remember, this exam is not impossible. It is demanding. And demand requires structure. Choose your method wisely. But remember, the only real question is this: did you qualify or not? This exam is demanding, but it is not impossible. You are capable of clearing it. Best of luck.